Hey everyone. Hey, I just wanted to have a quick video on how to show you guys how to embed or insert a PowerPoint presentation or Google Slides presentation directly into a Canvas lesson. All right, so first step is we want to make sure that we open up the lesson that we want. Um, so I have a lesson already set up here. So it's lesson one, intro to momentum in the class that I want. I'm going to go ahead and edit it. All right, so really what I want is I want to have a lesson in which students have access to a PowerPoint. Now, you can easily just upload a PowerPoint through files here, right? And just give them a link to it. They can download it, kind of go through it on their own time. But I actually want the PowerPoint itself to be inside the lesson so students can just kind of click through it as they go along. So there's two different ways you can do this with either a Google Slides lesson or a PowerPoint lesson. Now, I personally prefer using Google Slides. I'm going to go through both steps. So whichever you prefer, you just kind of go through your preference. So start with the Google Slides lesson. So I already have it created. My whole lesson's ready to go. What we're going to do first is you want to make sure that you share your lesson. You update your sharing settings. So here, I clicked on share. I'm going to click on get shareable link. Now I can leave it as a default where anyone with the link can view, but just to kind of make sure that there's no issues at all, I'm going to click here and click on anyone with the link. I guess it's like that by default. All right, anyways, so I'm just going to leave it as anyone with the link can view. Normally, I want to make this, sorry, I'm going to go to more, because really what I want to do is I want to make this on public on the web. That just means that no one has to sign in. There's no issues. Like any student can see it. It does make it so that any person, period, is able to see this. But really, there's nothing on this that I am, nervous about people seeing. All right, so I updated my sharing settings. You can see here I have the little globe showing that it's public on the web. Now I want to make sure that I can take this entire presentation and put it in my Canvas page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to File. I'm going to scroll down and find where it says Publish to the Web. All right, it's about halfway down. Okay, you see we have a link here, but where I want to go to is I want to find the word that says Embed. Okay, by default, it kind of has a medium size, meaning that when we embed our presentation, it's going to be kind of a medium-sized presentation. I can make that larger, smaller, but medium I tend to find fits a Canvas page perfectly. Again, if I want to, I can have it start as soon as students open it up, but usually I want them to just click on it as they go. All I need to do now is just press publish. It's going to say, are you sure? Say yes. It's going to give me this big block of text here. I want to make sure that I'm copying it all. Then I go over to my Canvas page. All right, now you can see I want to have my presentation go in here. Now, if you want to embed anything, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to where it says HTML editor. Now, this may seem a little intimidating for some of you guys who are not familiar with coding or anything like that. But really all it is it's just copying and pasting things that are already created for you. So I'm just going to click here. You'll see it brings up just all our basic code. Again, there's nothing special in here so far. I can just look at the text that's here to kind of figure out our placement. Anytime you see a P and then a \P, that just means it's a paragraph, so it's a line. So I see it says take notes on the lesson below, so I want it to come after that. If you press enter, it really doesn't make a difference, but just for organizational purposes. All right, now I'm going to paste the code that I just copied. Okay, see a big chunk of text just came in. Again, if I want to see what that really looks like, I'm going to go back to Rich Content Editor, which is our normal view. and you'll see that it automatically pops up here. Now, this may look too big right now, but just remember that students will have a larger view of this. Again, if you don't like the size, you can go back to when you were publishing it and change the size, and it would change the code. You can also change that manually if you feel comfortable. So that's how to do it with a Google Slides, right? So if I went ahead and saved this, okay, see what it really looks like. Okay, here we go. Got our lesson, right? Some more info here. Students can click through this, right? It just acts like a normal interactive lesson. If they want to, they can go full screen, what have you. All right. Now I'm going to show you guys how to do it with a PowerPoint, right? Because I know most of us are using the Microsoft system, so are going to be more familiar with creating PowerPoints. So just kind of clean this up. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so back to just our blank lesson here. So I'm going to open up the PowerPoint version of this lesson. One thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have autosave on, or that it's saved in your OneDrive. Key thing is, if you're going to embed any of these lessons onto Canvas or really anywhere online, you want to make sure that they are saved online. So in this case, if you're doing PowerPoint, you want to make sure it's saved in your OneDrive. All right. Now we can't really do much from here. Where we're going to want to go is we want to go to our OneDrive, and we want to find our lesson. So you go to OneDrive, you find where you saved it, open up your lesson. Okay, and then you'll find it in here. All right, now, if you're in OneDrive, you've opened up your PowerPoint, we're going to go over to File. In here, we're going to click on Share, and then Embed. And same thing, right? We can choose our different sizes. We go with medium. I'm going to copy all this text. Right, not much else we need to do here. Go back to our lesson. Right, we want to go in this blank space. Next place we go to is the HTML editor. Find the space that we want it to go in. We paste it in. Okay. If I want to see what it looks like, just kind of make sure, go into the rich content editor. We see that it pops up here. Right, and same thing, can kind of click through it. As everything that students need. Okay, and then can save it, and then it's all ready to go for students. Now, the beautiful thing about embedding these lessons is that when you make any changes on your PowerPoint slide or your Google Slides, it will automatically update within the Canvas page. So you don't have to go re-upload it or make any changes there. It's just a really easy way to kind of make those changes on the fly. Without having to, contact your students and say you uploaded a new file or something. So highly suggest it. It's super useful. Yeah, I tend to do this for all my lessons anyways, just so students kind of have this as an option when we take notes during direct instruction. All right, if you guys have any other questions, just feel free to email me or let me know. Again, if you guys have more questions about Canvas, shoot me an email, but you can also see in my playlist on my channel that I have a few more kind of instructional videos on this. All right, thanks. Have a good day.